Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Today's episode of the Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by our bonus packages. Please go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the bonus banner. You'll get access to all of our bonus content, and even better, you'll be helping out TMOS. So please quit sucking, and we thank you.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
I love technology. Good morning. Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. Very glad to have all of you with us today. Listen, I want full honesty. It's going to get to a point where I know my kid is going to wear thin. I don't want to be Kathy Lee, but you have to understand this. My second family, my second go around at the rodeo. Love my son, and he's a performer. And at 5 years old, I don't think I could learn one sentence of a song. So I asked my son to share with you his song that he will be performing at his preschool graduation this coming, not this coming Friday, a week from Friday.
Preschool.
So he's not the keynote speaker.
He's doing a lot. I can't keep track of it. Mama knows that.
All right.
I get the rehearsals, and he's got a performance. Now, I asked for one lyric. He's going to give you the whole song. And I try to interrupt him, and I probably shouldn't have done that because you know me and feeling like with my ridiculous BS anxiety level that somehow it's not, I should cut him off. And it's the worst thing I can do as a parent.
This is why you'll never be Kathy Lee. Because you're self-aware and you're self-governing. Even when you're recording him, you're aware of the fact that maybe less is more. So you know what? We would, of course, tell you if you rang this bell too often. But as it stands right now, I think every one of them is a delight.
Well, remember at the end of the 2 minutes that that you said that. Because this is the song that will not end.
That's when Oscar will offer counterpoint.
It's the extended mix.
This will be. This is the recorded earlier this morning. I went to bed at 10:15 last night. Got up at 5:45. Lots going on. Rebooting computer systems. Checking on cables. And when you get up at that hour and you come into the studio earlier than you normally do, and then you still manage to busy yourself so you make the show late. That's on me. There, you heard that, okay? You know that now? You heard that?
There's no joy in the truth.
Well, sometimes there is.
Bastard. All right.
Here's a very joyful truth. He's a stain. Ta-da!
Let's go to the audio tape. Here we go. We're here with the musical superstar Mike O'Mara, and hi. What are you whispering for? So Michael's going to be. What's the song you're going to be performing at school for your graduation?
Oh, Senor Dangato.
Can you give us the first line?
Oh, Senor Dangato was a cat. On a high red roof, Dangato sat. He went there to read a letter, meow, meow, meow. Where the reading light was better, meow, meow, meow. 'Twas a love for Dangato. I adore you, wrote the lady cat. It was fluffy, white, and nice and fat. There was not a sweeter kitty, meow, meow, meow.
By the way, he's got a little cold, so just be aware. Just be aware of that. He's got meow, 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 meow.
Great tune.
Yeah. Keep that in mind. It ain't over.
In the country or the city, meow, meow, meow. And she said she wed Dangato. Oh, Dangato jumped so happily. He fell off the roof and broke his knee. Broke his ribs and all his whiskers, meow, meow, meow. And his little solar plexus, meow, meow, meow. I caramba cried Dangato.
Wonderful.
No,
you hear Sleepy Daddy?
That was really good.
Shut up, Mike. Yeah, for all those people that say I interrupt Oscar and Rob all the time, I do it to my own kid. I'm sorry. I'm out.
You're like it. Yeah, that's great. Meow, meow, meow. I get it. Okay.
Okay, let's move on, shall we? I didn't know he was doing 6 more verses. Here we go. Another lyric?
Just to see if something could be done. And they held a consultation, meow, 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 about how to save their patient, meow, 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 how to save Senor Dangato. But in spite of everything they tried, poor Senor Dangato got toe up and died. No, it wasn't very merry, meow, meow, meow. Going to the cemetery, meow, meow, meow. For the ending of the gato is the funeral past the market square. Such a smell of fish was in the air. Though his burial was late, and meow, 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 he became reanimated, meow, meow, meow. He came back to life, Dangato.
Yeah!
Wow. Yeah, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
Okay, I'm naked. Don't look at. Can you see naked on
Yeah, you just got out of the bath. You are naked. Bye, everybody.
I'm so
He was
glad.
doing that in his towel on my lap.
I'm so glad you let him finish, because otherwise we think the cat was dead.
Yeah,
But the cat came back to life.
Dungato broke his solar plexus, died. They went to a cemetery. He came back to life. There was fish.
Yeah, the town smelled like fish.
10 lyrics he has, and he's up there. And his buddy came over, and they both sang it. They both know. Must be a good teacher.
Oh, that's sweet.
They're good at it. They're both cute kids.
Well, it's
Donnie
graduation.
And
You got to sing.
Meow, meow, meow.
Got to sing the dead
Meow,
cat
meow,
song.
meow. So,
that's better than the song they're going to sing at Julia's graduation.
What's that?
None of you bitches, none of you bitches got these exclusive Swisher Sweets ups. What's poppin'?
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2019.
Cardi B. Yeah, so he's a good little guy. I like him. We have a
that
good
wasn't
time.
bad.
Yeah,
That wasn't
not
long.
bad.
No, I like the story of the song. You know what? Most time, even if you could train a 5-year-old to sing a song that long, you wouldn't understand the lyrics.
And he
I
wouldn't
know.
mow along when his dad's trying to, cut him off.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what I do with everybody. I can't help it.
And it's like playing music at the Oscars. Finish up your speech.
All right, play you off.
Now, we have a lot of foodies in our listening audience. There'll be food later on if we get to it. I want to talk about our friend Trip. There are a lot of foodies that and big men like me who post food things, and I totally live vicariously through them. Trip posted something that I got totally into. Rob Spiewak comes to me this morning, first thing in the morning, and he says, I have a recipe. I made something that you're going to like.
Yes.
And if you had a dinner victory, by the way, you're not a foodie, Oscar, and I feel for you not being a foodie. If you were a foodie,
I'm missing out.
But then again, you're not a foodie, but a long time ago, in fact, the first time I ever socialized at your home,
Yes.
you made carne asada on the grill or whatever the carne thing you made.
Carne asada.
It was spectacular. So I don't know how little a foodie. You know how to cook on a grill.
And also, he seeks comfort in food.
Yes.
In his saddest parts in his life, he will go to Baskin Robbins.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
true. That's true.
So,
yes.
I'm jealous. I don't find the joy in food that foodies do. I find food as a need. Like I just have to get through it and move on with my life.
Oh, wish I'd be like that. I wish I'd be like, it's not a friend like it is to me.
It's a fuel for him.
I wish he was a friend.
7:00 at night, Carla says, I'm going to go lie down in the other room and watch my show. Oh, who's getting murdered tonight? Good night, honey. And
what husband is going to be killed tonight?
What burial ground will be found in the back of some perv's farm in the middle of the country? And I'll sit down, and she goes in there, and then I'm like, I know those blonde Oreos are behind the cabinet door.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Mike. Hey, we're over here. You know how you bought those over the weekend for the kids? Here I am. You want to be fat tomorrow, too? You want to be fat? Come on.
Food and I have a complicated
Can I ask
relationship.
you a serious question? Were these the thins or the regulars?
Regular blonde Oreos,
Okay.
the golden Oreos.
So
Yes.
I could probably kill one individual sleeve if I'm really
Like a
hammered.
row.
A row.
Oh, what a pussy.
Yeah.
Could you actually kill a full?
You can't say that anymore, can you?
Oh, yeah, you can. Sure.
Thank you. All right, very good.
We just had a song about El Gato. Why not?
Don Gato ate the entire box. What?
Can you kill the whole wrapper? Though I mean, all
No,
three,
you mean the whole
all
like
three
a
rows?
whole rectangular
Yes,
package.
And by the way, I'm not sure how many rows it is. I can kill a row,
Okay, see that? No bad.
and then
No
I
bad.
can dive into the second row and
there's
probably.
3 rows.
I'm not sure. I think there might be.
There
I
is
think there
3.
might be 4 rows.
Depends on the package.
Why don't we find out?
All right,
I'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, our radio host Mike O'Mara is going to the kitchen portion of his broadcast studio to grab a package of Oreo cookies.
I think when the blondes came out, I definitely ate. I would say at least a row when they first came out.
Sure.
But
Maybe thins have 3 rows because the thins are bigger,
but
aren't they?
4. Of the regulars?
Yeah.
That'll get you. That'll fill you up.
That will.
That's 2 little packs.
I don't have to deal with the little packs.
Like the 2 packs
I hate
that come
little
in?
packs. Tupac.
Tupac. You hate Tupac?
No,
How
I
dare
hate-
you?
I don't hate
East Coast, West Coast?
We're killing it. I love Oreos in the full size pack. I don't like 4 cookies in a pack. As a matter of fact, like Milano cookies.
Yes.
A lot of times you'll see 2 in a sleeve.
I hate Milano cookies.
Why do you
so
hate
much
Milano
work.
cookies?
You have to remove the paper thing. I mean, it's
Exactly.
not worth it.
Milanos are too fancy.
A lot of times, people are getting wise to that. I believe the Reese's company now releases packages of Reese's that you don't have to individually unwrap.
Yes.
Because the lazy person doesn't want that lag time between
Too much
treats.
work.
A lot of work.
Can I
Look who's
just
been,
say,
ladies and gentlemen, Mike
back.
O'Mara.
Mike's back.
can I just say to the National Biscuit Company, way to hang in there all these years.
Oh, yeah.
Mike, there's a lot of great companies. I like the National Biscuit Company. I also like International Business Machines.
IBM's a good one, too. We got a bunch of retirees that are down there. They're sweethearts. Guys that work for that corporation.
Blue?
Yeah. Well, you know how sometimes people get a little effed up when they go into the Marine Corps, when they get boot camp and all that? Same thing happens in corporate America. You should meet some of these IBMers.
Yeah.
Yeah, these IBMers that are
they
just...
had a rough couple decades, Mike.
They did.
Yeah. I got one that rolls up here. He's about 3,000 years old, just had 40, 16 tuple bypass, and he was like, well, I guess you must have owned this range. I said, why? Because I'm hitting balls like you? F you! I really want to scream it at the top. F you!
What'd you
F you!
say?
If you're a Monopoly guy.
Say to the IBM guy, say to him, hey, shut up, punch card.
That's the big guy.
Yeah. What is that, a pound? 18 ounces a package?
Let's see. This would be
1, 2, 3,
net
5,
weight 14.3 ounces.
So nearly a pound.
5 rows.
Not 5. Can't be 5.
3 cookies are 170 calories. The National Biscuit Company, complying with all federal regulations.
And who thinks that 3 cookies is a serving?
I do.
There is 1, 2. You guys are right. You're spot on. It's 3 rows.
3 rows.
I was right.
You're right.
Yeah.
There they are. That's when you open it up.
Oh my God. The
No,
rows
now
have been-
this is not just me.
Oh.
Just calm down a second. Michael might have had 2.
It's like the 4th episode of Game of Thrones. What's left of the village?
Khaleesi, burn these up.
The 5th one.
Now, I've eaten very healthy this morning, and I've already had my breakfast. So
You've earned that.
Yes.
I am. No, I have not earned that.
earned
I
that.
am. Look, all sealed up, put away.
Do you ever bust them open, eat the dry side, and then put together the 2 with the frosting to make some sort of?
I don't.
ad hoc.
I don't.
A lot of work.
I don't
bet if you got
basically.
time, though.
I don't basically sodomize the cookies like you do. I really don't.
Mike,
okay?
what I do to those cookies is legal in 38 of the 50.
right.
Okay, so
I
calling
ask
it
you this
sodomy is a
question?
bit strong.
Looks like there's a new one: Oreo chocolate candy bars.
Too much.
Has
I've
anyone
not
heard
had
of
that.
these?
I had the mint. The Oreo mint one.
Oh, I've had that.
Those guys are fantastic.
I've had that too much.
I've had that. It's too much.
Yeah, too
It's
much going
much.
on.
You can never have too much.
No, that's a lot of stuff there.
Do you
Is
rearrange the cookies to make them look like there's more left?
Crinkle
what
up
I
a
try
paper
to do-
towel at the bottom.
What I try to do, because the door remains open, Mrs. O'Mara is in her boudoir. It's not my bedroom; it's hers.
Right.
Just like the bathroom is hers, and Mrs. O'Mara keeps the door open. So my quest is to tackle something like this in as quiet a way. It's physically impossible. Right?
It's like having
I
a
will
teenage
now-
daughter. You can't ever have her behind a closed door with her boyfriend.
I will try to open this. Imagine it's. I wear headphones. I can't hear my TV.
Right.
Yes.
So this is just the many aspects.
You're
of
really
me.
painting a lovely picture.
Well, I could. You know what? This week in particular, I'll ask Carla occasionally. I say, "Honey, what are you pissed off about? I need some show prep." She said, "What about when you did that?" I said, "I don't want to share with my listeners that I'm a disgusting monster." Might have been Friday night,
Could
but
be.
anyway. But we're not talking about that now. So imagine, if you will, there's no sound coming out of the living room because I have headphones on, and that's how I listen to the TV. So it's just me, and she's maybe drifting off to sleepland. Sometimes her peepers are open. She's a light sleeper.
Right.
And I paddlefoot into the kitchen as gingerly as possible.
Boom, boom, boom,
and
boom,
then
boom,
and then
boom.
let's say it's in the back. Now she'll squirrel this stuff because it's the way she rolls. She squirreled it this morning from last night. It was sideways in the back of the pantry. Like, I'm not going to find it. Come on now, okay? This is fat sonar right here, right over the nose, right here.
Fat dar.
All right, set. I got fat dar better than anybody, so I find this, and this is me. So let's say it's back here. So I'm going, That's a little loud. That's loud. Now, you would think with the Lift sticky thing, the same thing that they have on baby wipes.
It's super easy.
So I go.
Oh, no.
All right. Not real easy, is it?
No.
Obviously. But you know what? She said she heard me, and she chose to ignore it.
Ah.
Yeah, I think her line was something very sweet, like, if you want to kill yourself by eating those at 8 o'clock at night, you go to it, boy. That's it. So that's what happened.
Yeah. Well, that's a little bit of reverse psychology. But of course,
have fun at your Crunch Body Fitness thing that you do.
Well, Mike, you have your own sort of Crunch Fitness.
Yeah, I do.
Which is the crunch of a cookie.
The crunch of a cookie.
I don't love
crunch of the chocolate nestling onto an ice cream bar, a Mickey Mouse ice cream bar that was designed also for my children.
Yes.
I bought those. I don't think he's seen one of those.
Aren't they expensive? I always felt like the Disney
MMICB, Mike.
You can't put a price on bad nutrition.
Okay. What? An MMICB, the
What's
Mickey
that?
Mouse ice cream bar.
Oh, I didn't think. I thought it was when I saw it, it was the Disney Corporation. I thought they'd skimp on it and they'd just have some cheese, ice milk little thing with a. It's not like a Klondike bar, which why that company has been in existence for as long as they have with their microscopic layer of chocolate over their ice cream bars.
And it's not even chocolate; it's wax. It doesn't break down in your mouth.
It doesn't even. Exactly. How you doing, Oscar? You have a good opening segment here.
I love this.
Yeah. I mean, really.
And the ice cream is the mouthfeel on the ice cream is garbage too.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. And they've been around for a million years.
F you, Klondike.
Right.
What's Klondike stand for?
Well,
Klondike was
Klondike. Well, yeah, but it was a part of I believe a region in Alaska.
Okay.
So it indicates
the Klondike, where the caribou and moose roam.
I know Everest and Patagonia. I just didn't know Klondike was a big thing.
Patagonia is shorts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't eat shorts. What's the matter with you?
So, what's better about the Mickey Mouse bars?
What?
What's better about the Mickey Mouse bars?
I'm sorry, I had the Oreos in my hand. I got to put them on the couch.
All right.
I got to throw them.
All right. Are you disappointed, though, with the MMICB, Mike?
Nothing here at all.
Because when you get the MMICB and you open it, you expect to see a representation of America's favorite rodent, and yet it doesn't really look like Mickey Mouse.
Doesn't matter because the quality of the ice cream bar was so significant. It was that they I don't want to say their go-tos like a Magnum ice cream bar, which is just pure.
Shut the front door.
I mean, pure decadence.
Is
Did you
that
have
the
one of
best?
those?
Yeah.
I think right now. I think right now. Yeah, I think right now it's got super thick chocolate and fairly decent ice cream. In fact, high grade ice cream.
Have you had the double dipped one that has the chocolate, then the caramel, then the chocolate over the ice cream?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
This is like literotica for foodies.
That's right.
Well, it is. All right, Rob.
Yes.
All that leading up, and we have a few more minutes.
I'll just be brief. This is a simple.
This
is a simple recipe, but it was so good that Robert actually spoke to me and said, "Dad, this is great. It's my new find, and it's not a new find, but they are so easy and they're so good. Go to Costco and you get yourself a 3-pack of boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and they come in a
okay. Thighs better than breasts.
Yeah. Oh, the breast, a boneless, skinless breast is just a vehicle for
I'm an ass
dryness.
man myself.
Thank you. Ass man's in town.
You got to laugh from me on that. I don't know why.
You got that
I still laugh at childish humor. Okay, so chicken thighs, boneless chicken thighs.
Here's your marinade. It's so simple.
All
you
right.
know, a marinade should have an acid, it should have an oil, and it should have seasoning. That's your basic 3-part of a marinade. So for my acid, I use.
Why should it have a hallucinogenic drug in it?
You can do that if you want to. Then,
acid, man.
No, that's so great, man.
You don't have to last word it. Don't last word it when I'm making a bad joke. Please don't do that.
The acid I used was soy sauce because of the salt in it. So I put the I got the marinating in soy sauce. But here's the turn: sesame oil. Sesame oil.
Asian thing. Are you still with us, Oscar?
Yeah, I'm just asking Pony to turn on the air conditioning as it's hot in here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
We're marinating in the studio.
Yes.
And then
all this food talk, Rob is putting out heat.
And then
sesame oil, soy sauce, and
dry barbecue rub seasoning. And it gives you sort of a southern Asian fusion thing because it has a little barbecue to it, has a little Asian to it. Then you fire up your grill, hot grill, cook them till they're just about done because you don't want to overcook them.
No sugar at all in it? No sweet?
Well, there's some in that rub. And then it's just, and it comes, and you serve it with a little, I had mine with some buffalo sauce. Hey! But you can also serve it with a little barbecue. But even plain, those thighs absorb the flavor. They are delicious.
No skin on the thighs?
No, boneless, skinless. And you don't miss the skin. And I'm a skin guy.
Oh, that's pretty good. That sounds good. All right. So
that's fairly healthy.
How much soy sauce for the marinade?
I would say 2 to 1 soy to sesame oil. Sesame oil is not cheap, so you got to be careful.
Say a cup of soy sauce and half a cup of sesame oil?
I'd say that's about right. And I've got a special from the Tupperware Corporation, Mike, a meat marinating tray that you can flip. It's a wonderful purchase, but you could do it in a bag.
And how much of the rub in there? How many tablespoons?
No, more than that. Couple tablespoons because you want it to coat. Get around.
Quarter cup, maybe.
Yeah, quarter cup. I think is about right.
All right, so quarter cup of what is the barbecue rub? Where do you get that?
It was whatever was on the end aisle at Costco. They always have some sort of barbecue seasoning, and they're all about the same. A little heat,
and it's like
a
powder.
Type stuff. Dry rub, and it was just such a great marriage of flavor. And the thighs they're really forgiving, easy to cook on the grill. But make sure your grill is hot because they will stick.
Ooh.
How many thighs did you get?
It was a 3-pack, and I think each pack was about 2 pounds, so probably like 6 pounds. I did the whole pack.
6 pounds of chicken thighs?
Maybe more than that.
How many individual chicken?
How many individual chicken thighs? I can only tell you how many I ate.
How many did you consume?
All of them.
How many did you not get?
No, I'd say there was weight-wise, I'm probably off. I think there was probably 22.
Don't give me weight, give me number.
Yeah, probably 25 thighs.
Come on.
Probably 25.
25 chicken thighs.
No, I'll say 24 because it's a 3-pack. Probably a number divisible by 3.
24 chicken thighs. And did the whole family enjoy them?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So that's a family.
And there was some left.
That's 6 chicken thighs. That's not exact. How many did Julia eat? Lots of them.
She had 3, I think. 3, yeah.
Okay. How many did you eat?
I probably. I'll be perfectly honest. I probably had 8 of them.
8
They're
chicken
fantastic.
thighs. 8 chicken thighs.
It was
That's
like,
all right.
You know what it was like? It was a phrase that Dick Van Patten coined this when I took him to the Peking Gourmet restaurant. He was so thrilled with it. He says, "Do you know what this is like?" I said, "What, Dick?" He says, "This is like meat candy."
Meat candy.
And
there
that's
you
what
go.
it's like. It was just that tasty.
8.
And that's Rob's new book, Meat Candy,
Meat
coming
Candy.
soon.
Yeah, and
with a forward by Paulie Christine, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Sick of people who read. Because they think they know everything, all right? And there's some stuff I just don't want to know, all right? I don't care. Like, everybody I know is a nutrition expert now, and that's fine, all right? If you want to be on a health kick, fine, all right? If you want to live to your 190, fine, all right? If that involves no butter, off, all right? Don't want butter. Butter's good. I'll put butter on Skittles, all right? I don't care. I think we ought to leave butter alone. Like, I can't eat fast food anymore. Remember when McDonald's was fun? Right, you go to McDonald's, yay, McDonald's. Not now, now it's a guilt trip. You know what's in that? Goodness? I don't know, I don't care, right? I'm not doing research on a sandwich, all right? If you pull into McDonald's, you pretty much decided, you know what, to hell with my 70s, all right? I don't care, all right? That's not even real cheese. Well, it's playing the part, all right? So if it ain't cheese, it's cheese's stunt double, all right? Leave my lunch alone, all right? I don't need abs, dude, all right? I need salt and pickles and stuff, all right? And a Coke, all right? And that bothers me, too, all right? I don't know if you have this problem in Canada. I am sick of this. Here's my political crusade, all right? It's 2006. Can we just get along? Can we just have Coke and Pepsi in the same building? Is it that big a deal? Do we have to draw a line everywhere? Yeah, exactly. Every time I go to a restaurant, what would you like to drink? Can I have a Coke? Oh, is Pepsi okay? Is Monopoly money okay? Because no, all right?
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
The tentacles of the Mike O'Mara Show are reaching out throughout the fruited plain.
Yes.
And to the world.
Where?
We are delighted to have you with us on the show. We are emanating from the Podcast Village studios in our nation's capital, Podcast Village, home to some of the finest podcasts in the nation's capital and around the world. We are heard from Letterkenny, Ireland to Steubenville, Ohio, from Solon, Iowa to Marshall, Missouri, from Hawthorne, California to Athens, Greece. The Mike O'Mara Show is on now and brought to you by one of my favorite products in the entire world. I'm saying world a lot because it really is.
World.
You've heard me talk about how much I love my Sleep Number bed. Maybe you've considered a Sleep Number bed, but you thought you couldn't afford one. Can you really afford another restless night's sleep? Would you like to sleep on something spectacular? Something you will think about because you'll love it so much? There's never been a better time to save on proven quality sleep now. During the Memorial Day sale, a Queen 360 smart bed starts at only $9.99. So many couples disagree on mattress firmness. Sleep Number takes care of that because your significant other can have her own firmness and you can have yours. Sleep Number 360 smart beds let you choose your firmness on each side. Smart. And they sense your every move and automatically adjust to you so you sleep comfortably throughout the night. Sleep Number has been ranked highest in customer satisfaction with mattresses by J.D. Power. For 2018 award information, visit jdpower.com. My Sleep Number setting is an 85. Carla's is a 60. We love it. Come in during the Memorial Day sale and save $1,000 on a new Sleep Number 360 Special Edition smart bed for temperature balancing comfort and exceptional value. Remember, you'll only find Sleep Number at one of their 575 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Visit sleepnumber.com/TMOS to find the one nearest you. And when you get your Sleep Number bed, please don't forget, you've kept us going almost 10 years. Tell them Mike O'Mara sent you. By the way, we talked to those people. I'm ready. Tell them I'm coming in. I'm coming in to see them right down here. I'm going to get my new one. Getting my 360. That's what I'm getting. I'm going to get my 360 smart bed. Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. I am reeling again from another. Did not watch My Gentleman Jack, and thank you to everybody that's telling me you're into that show after the reco that I gave you on that. I record it. I don't watch it because it's on later. But Gentleman Jack is catching
into
fire.
It too, right?
She's into it. Yeah, she liked it as soon as I put it on. If you like the lesbian action, no, that's not true.
What are you doing?
It's absolutely not. It's just it's about a woman who was one of the first modern in the life women from the 1830s, and she kept diaries of what she went through, and it's absolutely the most beautifully acted, beautifully photographed, beautifully written show. So I recommend it highly. Now, the one that comes on before that is absolutely terrifying because it tells the story of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. And I knocked this thing out last night, and it is as unsettling as it gets.
I'm
I told
not
you
caught up, but no worries. No spoiler alert here.
I'm not going to put any spoilers in here. And by the way, if we do have a spoiler, we now have an official disclaimer for spoilers. So if I was inadvertently, there it is.
Warning. The following is a spoiler alert. Specific plot points from a popular movie or television program are about to be discussed by Mike, Rob, and Oscar. Please advance ahead a few minutes on your device or turn the volume down. The spoiler alert begins in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
But that was just a drill, right? That wasn't an actual spoiler alert.
No, because
there could be a meltdown like in Chernobyl when they did a drill.
All right, so let's close the gate.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen.
The proceeding has been a spoiler
right,
alert.
Oscar.
We now rejoin the Mike O'Mara Show.
Oh, shut up! All right,
in
thank
progress.
You. All right, turn it down. Thank you. They did a test. Oscar's referring to. That's what caused the whole problem to start with.
It's like
really
they forgot to leave on the water to cool the cores.
And I'm no scientist, but if you're dealing with nuclear cores, that's bad, right?
So when they shut it all off, they're like, whoopsies.
Do you smell something?
Yeah. They had a big whoopsie. They had a huge nuclear meltdown whoopsie.
We're not laughing at the meltdown. We're laughing at the joke.
That's right. Thank you.
I will, and I'm not laughing at if any of this is remotely true. That we always think of Russia, the Soviet Union as the enemy, but there were many, many people that knew they were going to die that actually gave their lives up to save many, many millions. So that's the truth of the matter.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go right ahead.
And I'm sorry for cutting you off. I feel like I'm doing what I don't like. Right. Is there's a scene that so I'm up to episode 3. I've not watched episode 3. And the scene that you're left with in episode 2 is a terrifying scene of 3 guys trying to essentially save the world.
Mm-hmm.
Are those? You can tell me now, Mike. Are those the only guys that are put in that position?
No.
Oh, really? That's terrifying.
As a very, in fact, your engagement with the subject matter based on the question you asked,
yes,
is spot on.
Wow.
I will tell you that because you might on the next one when you check it out.
Yes,
that's the reason I mention it. Is well, you'll see. It's really just I had mentioned that I cannot possibly think of a worse way to go outside of death by 1,000 cuts. In the 1700s in China, I wouldn't want.
What about buried alive but with me?
Ew. Oh God! Wow.
You would be eaten first, of course.
Yeah, I would. I'd pass out and I'd get eaten. It's so.
And I'm just there. This sucks.
I hope Julia finds me.
The thing about
no one else is gonna look.
This is man.
Robin's been playing Xbox. Carries me at school.
That's right.
Where's Dad? I don't know. Is he coming home? Don't know. This is so disturbing that I wonder why we created. We created this technology initially to blow up other people. But the technology is so terrifying.
Ostensibly, it was harnessing great energy. I mean, it could have gone either way. I know that it eventually became bombs and explosives, but the reactor there was to power that nation. So
I'm saying in order to power the nation, you still have to harness this potentially
horrible thing.
Lethal, millions of people dying technology, and we still got these nuclear power plants chugging all over the world, and my brother-in-law is up on that stuff. I'm going to pick his brain this summer and ask him what he thinks about all of that.
Their house in Maine is nuclear, right?
Yeah, totally nuclear powered. They have a reactor in their basement, which is pretty amazing. And boy, there's smoked turkey.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. God,
and
they make it like in less than a microwave.
It's so fast.
It's amazing. Yeah, and their garden is spitting out 20-pound tomatoes. So this thing that we have when you watch this is just the way they show these guys going, and I don't know with it being the Soviet Union at the time. I don't know how much of the information that they're putting into this movie. It is a movie. It is a fiction piece based on reality.
It's classified as a docudrama, though. I mean, it's based in fact.
So remember the word drama. I don't know, but if it's even remotely true, it's just absolutely numbingly terrifying that this could happen. So if you really want to, once again, I always think that we have to guard against living our lives and going la, 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 la. Now, there are people that will make an argument and say, well, no, why worry about this stuff when we're little protoplasms that are all going to go turn to dust anyway? So, but I do think that, for children and things like that, we owe it to people to have a safer world. And this was just so terrifying. And Oscar, those guys that you talk about that go down into the reactor to drain water off to save
They're trying
millions.
to save a second
incredible
a possible explosion.
Wow,
that would really do everybody in. So it's and then the terrifying thing about radiation, you don't see it, you don't smell it,
no,
you just walk right through it, and then it's there. And I find myself when I'm watching this docudrama, Chernobyl, Oscar, waiting till the end of the miniseries so I can see the real facts. You know how they put the real facts?
They do.
It is estimated that this many people, I'd like to see how many people this ultimately affected, because it had to be
what
horrible.
happens to these characters, this general and the scientist, like do they because they were there on the front lines, do their life expectancies shorten? Like what happened to them?
Yeah,
because
I'd love to know the
they were there,
details.
right?
Yeah, and the whole thing with the Soviet Union back in the day, we did it. We did one of the first, Don and I did one of the first American radio broadcasts over to the Soviet Union.
The first.
The first one. And, we dealt with these people. It was all about protecting the people from the media and the state, and they had Pravda and, the Soviet news agency TASS. I remember these things because I was around when they were happening. And that lack of transparency and lack of clarity on what really happened caused probably a lot of deaths also. And the only reason they got bitten in the ass is because it got radiation readings started showing up in westernized countries that had a free press.
They couldn't hide it.
It's just amazing. Everybody's in CYA mode. Not everybody. They give people credit within the Soviet Union that did it. And then the people that put their asses on the line, they're human beings sacrificing for the greater good.
But I think
it happens.
We discussed last week is that they're still feeling the effects of this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is many, many years ago. And
area, you can't go into the area.
But
anymore.
even areas surrounding the area that you're not allowed.
I don't know how many miles it is, but you can't go in.
But
there.
there's heightened cancer rates, early death. It's all. I mean, it was.
This is what I knew about Russia growing up, and we all grew up in different times. Fairly, Rob and I are closer. Is Red Dawn, Spies Like Us.
Yep.
And I think it was called, was it Hard Rain? Which one was the one with Jim Belushi?
How about The Hunt for Red October?
Red Rain, something like that.
Yeah, how about The Hunt for Red October?
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. Sean Connery.
Movies.
Yeah, movies are that's our literature. That's where we get the stuff from because we're, that's the way we do it. I'm the same way.
Thank God in the 1980s, the movies represented Russia fairly and truthfully.
On that note, we'll take a break. It's fascinating. It truly is.
Did you ever buy a piece of the Berlin Wall?
No, never had the opportunity. I didn't.
My father brought one back from one of his trips.
Yeah.
But actually, with a piece, and we promptly, as kids, lost it in the house like a-holes.
It's nice. Lost in the house. Did he tell you about the entire wall? Did you know?
Well, we knew about the wall. We knew about the wall.
No, it's all radioactive. It's all radioactive. Oh, and by the way, for that guy on the Yak Shack last week that called in and said, hey, by the way, they fixed it. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Remember that call? Yeah, it's just like they do it differently now. Oh, okay. Then I won't think about it anymore.
Perfect.
All right? That there's something hotter than the sun that will just basically do a shooter right through the middle of the Earth's surface. Thank you.
Thanks for the update. More borscht, please.
Got you covered. We'll take a break. Come back with more fun on the Mike O'Mara Show.
What's your name? You. That's my name. You know why, mister? You drove a Hyundai to get here tonight. I drove an $80,000 BMW. That's my name. And your name is You're Wanting. You can't play in the TMOS game? You can't call them? Then go home and tell your spouse your troubles. Because only one thing counts in this life. Get them to call on the phone that is mobile. ABC. A always, BBC calling the Yak Shack. Always be calling the Yak Shack. AIDA. Add interest drunk asshats. Add. Do you have something to add? Interest. Are you interesting? I know you are because it's yak or walk. You call or you hit the bricks. Drunk. Have you had a few drinks tonight? And asshats. That's kind of self-explanatory. Call 888-920-MORE. That's 888-920-6673. You. That's my name.
Yes! That is a 20.
One of my favorite contributors.
20.
Hats off to you, EQ. Eric Quick is the name of the man who did that. Eric Quick did that. A good guy.
Oh, my God.
Man.
Oh, that is spectacular. And that tells you to call the Yak Shack, everybody. Oh, my God. Oh, some of those get me. That is fantastic. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show.
The rain and everything.
I know.
Brought to you by Legacy Box. Isn't it time to digitize your lifetime of memories? When you're an old guy like me, you like to save pictures of your mamo and dad do.
Sure.
My dad actually bogarted a movie camera back in the day when he got married to my mom and took home movies with the company camera, which nobody had home movie cameras back in those days. Took it of his honeymoon with the company camera. And it's something I treasure, and that's why I put it in my Legacy Box. All you do is send in your Legacy Box filled with old home movies and pictures. They will do the rest, digitizing your moments onto a thumb drive, the cloud, or DVDs. It's like magic. You get your originals and new digital files back in a few weeks, and they keep you updated at every step of the process. It's really fun.
I don't want to tip my hand, but Julia doesn't listen to the podcast, so it's okay. We're doing a joint graduation party with her and her friend Jillian, who have been friends since kindergarten. And we're putting together a little something. And how great is it to see video of them together in kindergarten? But I just got to go to my computer and double click to pull it up.
Perfect.
Fantastic. Thank you, Legacy Box.
Man, way to make all us dads look bad. I just made a reservation at Evergreen Country Club. All right, anyway. We all used Legacy Box, and the results were amazing. Finally, you can get all your memories organized. Legacy Box, the world's largest, most trusted digitizer of home movies and photos. Over 450,000 families have trusted Legacy Box. They have over a decade of experience, and all the work is done by hand right here in the USA. There has never been a better time to digitally preserve your memories. Visit legacybox.com today to get started. For a limited time, our listeners can get a huge exclusive discount. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS to get 40% off your first order. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS and save 40% today. Get started preserving your past. Thank you, Legacy Box. Anyway, the Beast is back on Jeopardy. I hate to continually talk about television, but you know what? It's May. It's what I do. Just basically sit in front of the box, eat Oreos, blonde Oreos, or golden Oreos, and watch that. James Holzhauer, the Terminator, another stunning victory last night.
90,000 something, I think.
Yeah, he's right up around 90,000, and he's on his way. Well over 2,700,000. I think he's on his way to 2 million. 1,700,000. He's on his way to 2 million.
Let me give you
which
the
is just
exact
amazing.
stats.
Thank you.
Okay.
Stats.
All right. Very good. He is fantastic, and this is how big a deal it is in our house. I find myself when he doesn't answer like 2 or 3 questions in a row, and the little nerd Nick that was on the far right-hand side started answering questions. I'm like, oh, could it happen? Could it happen? I started feeling this anxiety.
Did he show a weakness in any particular category?
No, he did not.
He never does.
No, he actually was just. I don't know. I mean, I think he's just playing it safe, but he still is defying the odds and doing an incredible job. And
I know he's back after Teachers Week. He had like 3 weeks off for Teachers Week.
Right.
Did he appear refreshed?
There's no change. It just looks like
he's just
the
a
same
machine,
dude.
isn't he?
He is machine. He is a Russian machine never breaks. No, that's Alex Ovechkin. He is truly spectacular to watch, and and I also feel every time I watch that I'm praying for old Alex Trebek that he wins his battle and gets that done, and once again it just brings home just how crappy Wheel of Fortune really is. The cheapo, land on bankrupt, lose a turn, suck ass.
$30,000.
Mike,
thank you. Yes, Oscar.
I've got it. He's won 23 games. Total money earned is $1,780,237. We've got top single game total that was on April 17th, and that's $131,127.
My God. That's truly special to watch. It really, really is. But Rob Spiewak, I have a question for you. As I was watching my Jeopardy last night,
he's averaging about 78,000 a game.
Yes,
that's crazy.
Blowing records out of the water, and really, really
response accuracy down by 1%, 97% as of Monday's game.
The people that have that, they're tracking him on that, which is so funny. People are tracking him with that much detail.
Yeah, this is what runaway games. He's got 21 of 23 games that are completely runaway games.
How is that defined by he has more than twice the amount of his?
Yes.
Okay.
Total correct daily doubles, 52 out of 56.
Whoa!
Average bet per daily double is $9,025. And correct Final Jeopardy rate is 96%.
That's, blowing it. And that's better than who's the other guy that did it? Who's
Ken Jennings.
So he's blowing Ken Jennings out.
And also
water,
Ken Jennings, remember, Ken Jennings had a long run, but he wasn't making money like this.
Right.
He wasn't scoring 70 and 80 grand a game.
No, he's on track. You see, so Jennings and James, they are neck and neck in all of the categories for consecutive games won, highest winnings, single games won, all-time winnings. Ken Jennings has 76 games consecutive won. James has 23 games. Highest winnings, Ken Jennings has $2.5 million. Holzhauer is a 1.7, as I just mentioned.
All right, what you're saying to make it oversimplified a little bit is that if Holzhauer approaches the number that Ken Jennings had as far as victories, he will be betting so much more. He'll be winning so much more money that he could be over 3, maybe close to 4 if he gets that.
And just in round terms, right now, he has about 2/3 of the money that Jennings won in 1/4 of the amount of wins.
Absolutely.
That's stunning. Staggering.
Now, were you watching Jeopardy last night, or were you drinking?
I was.
have a legitimate question.
I did not watch last night. I did check in online to see that he won, but I did not watch.
Yeah, I know you checked in online. You were Mr. Online last night. I mean, it started every now and then when I update my Facebook post for most recent, where I want to see Rob Spiewak will tend to dominate because Rob and I check each other out all the time on Facebook. And it started. Let me see. Well, this morning was you woke up and I guess you wanted to post that thing that otters look like Matt Damon.
Yeah, I saw that.
You wanted to put that with your contributions to society. Oscar, I often tell Rob, I said to Rob today when he was talking about the mailbag and said the mailbag, it's another one of our May mailbags and we can do better. And I said, well, let's refresh it and figure out a new twist on it just to make it a little fresher and a little better. I said, my comment to Rob was use your power for good.
Use it.
Use that brain for good. Now, using that brain to post about otters that look like Matt Damon.
That didn't even bring you a smile. That picture.
I liked the comment, and I clicked through.
And he just wrote okay, which is because I like the simplicity of your response that you said with that. But this is based on last night's post.
Okay, I know what you're going to say, but
now
it's true.
I actually count hours with you because I want to know how late you're up and what you're doing. This appeared to be a late night for you.
I would say between 10 and 11 for this.
Okay, that's what I figured. About 11 o'clock, you're up online and you're posting, and this is the post. He says, wouldn't it be great to have a drink with Orson Welles, Joseph Cotton, and Everett Sloan? I don't know these people. I know Orson Welles.
Yes.
That's about it. Ruth Warwick and Agnes Moorehead could stop by. I know Agnes Moorehead. She was on Bewitched.
Yeah, and Dora.
But these are the...
Ruth Warwick was Phoebe, Mike.
These are the Phoebe.
Who's Phoebe
on
from
all
Friends?
on All My Children.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. The Mercury Players, Oscar, from 1938.
To be fair, it was 1943. It was a movie I'd never seen before. It was called Journey into Fear. It was from Turner Classic Movies, and it was the third movie Orson Welles made. He made Citizen Kane, he made The Magnificent Ambersons, and then he made Journey into Fear. And it was fun because there were so many people in it that were in Citizen Kane because Welles used his Mercury Players, his theater acting friends in it. And so, Mike.
No, I'm here. What? Wait, yes.
Is that considered vaudeville?
No, it's not considered vaudeville at all. It's a movie.
It's considered... Nobody knows. Irrelevant. That's what it's considered, that no one knows what he's talking about except his 22 people that follow him for this stuff. And by the way, some interlopers...
Joseph Cotton was being detained by the Hungarian police. Yes, it was a thrilling movie.
But this is not movies. This is going back to radio plays. The Mercury Players were a radio... This is 1938.
The Mercury Players also... this 43 for the movie, but the Mercury Players was Orson Welles' circle of actors. They were technically the actors that were in Citizen Kane. That's a Mercury production.
Now.
How?
All right. I'm going to make you happy because I'm going to tell you that I am, because of the time of year when all these finales have finished and there's nothing going on, that I find myself not only drifting to Turner Classic Movies, but also I'm doing something that I think you probably have done. I will go to Turner Classic Movies. I'll see this horrible old movie from like 1937, and then I will do a Google search on the lead actor.
Yes.
And
Isn't
so
that great?
You've done that, right?
Of course.
Last night there was a movie called The Devil's Playground. Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of it. Who is the lead in it?
Richard Dix.
I've heard of Richard Dix.
Richard Dix, one of the worst actors I have ever seen.
Well, what they said, Mike, when they were making The Devil's Playground, is we're going to make this work. We have to get Dix.
Have you heard of Dolores Del Rio?
Yes. She was, you know what? It must have been Dolores Del Rio night because Dolores Del Rio was in the Orson Welles movie.
How does The Devil's Playground stack up against The Devil Wears Prada?
The Devil...
it's a loose remake.
Oh, okay.
You might want to ask how Dolores Del Rio stands up against Vanessa Del Rio, but no, you don't want to do that.
No relation.
Vanessa Del Rio was a porn actress in the 80s.
Oh, did not know that.
Or maybe even the 70s. Dolores Del Rio was one of the first Mexican-American actresses, and she's captivating, and she plays a bit of a harlot in this movie that is stooping to military guys.
In real life,
it's pre-World War II.
In real life, she had somewhat of a torrid romance with Orson Welles.
Yes, that is true. See, there we go.
That's how she got the part.
He knew that, and he just knew
she
that.
Weinsteined it.
Do you have this pocket of 22 people.
Yeah.
This pocket of 22 people. Do they? These are your folks, right?
Isn't
that when you put a deep post like that? Now I have a question. This guy.
But that's
that writes
also
back
part
to
of the fun. That's part of the fun when you do an obscure post to see who gets it.
Roland Caton likes this.
Yes, Roland Caton likes it.
Brian Thompson, Jason Grinnell.
I know the names. I'm familiar with the names.
Jason Grinnell sent you a link, which I won't have. Jolene White is there. By the way, thank you, Jolene, for liking Gentleman Jack. I appreciate that. And then another Phoebe Tyler mention. Ruth Warwick was Phoebe Tyler.
She was Phoebe from All My Children, which I thought you would remember because she was married to Professor Wallingford.
And then our dear friend Ralph Rice fried posts a bottle of Crown Royal because he really gets it. So now validated for it. Was there any brown liquor consumed?
No brown liquor yesterday, but lots of brown bottles. Budweiser.
Oh, brown bottles.
Yes.
You're drinking regular Budweiser?
I've been into Budweiser lately. It tastes good, and I was at the Harris Teeter, which, by the way, beats the pants off Wegmans, and Harris Teeter had a great sale on Budweiser, so I picked up a case.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is there anything
Did you have
that's for
8
Budweiser?
Budweisers with your 8 thighs?
You have to. It's called a pairing, Oscar. 1 Budweiser per thigh. Someday you learn with your immature palate.
Sometimes I look like Max von Sydow when I'm looking at Rob's Facebook post, and I just go, why? We will take a break and come back with more fun and more thrills because we haven't talked to our plaid guy today and find out what's going on with him. And is it too early to meet the new intern?
No,
not at all.
I don't think
just
so.
A quick hello, maybe.
Yeah.
Just have. All right, we'll have.
Set up the mic.
We'll have her come in and come in there, set up the mic. No, we don't even need the mic. Just to wait.
No, because then you're going to say, I don't see you, and then it's going to turn this whole thing. We want to make sure that you're comfortable.
I'll figure it out. We'll take a break. Come right back.
Let's get to know our friends at KCJJ. Tom Suter. He loves to play guitar. He was a member of the popular rock and roll group, the B-52s. Tom stands an impressive 7'2" in his bare feet. Tom loves to tinker in his workshop and is responsible for inventing the bottle cap, cocktail sauce, and the Scotch tape dispenser. Tom is happily married now, but escorted Jill Clayburgh to the 1978 Oscars and got to 3rd base. Tom studied baking for 9 years and made the wedding cakes for many of Larry King's marriages. And Tom owns a magic stapler. But mostly, Tom is the general manager of radio station KCJJ, airing the Mike O'Mara Show since 2009. Thank you, Tom, and thank you, KCJJ.
1630 KCJJ.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Liquid IV. Liquid IV, the fastest, most efficient way to stay hydrated, and I love it. Now that the hot weather is here, you'll be outside all the time. You need Liquid IV more than ever. Liquid IV hydrates you 2 to 3 times faster and more efficiently than water alone, with an added bonus of vitamins C, B3, B5, B6, B12, B.
And 2B or not 2B.
Liquid IV is the fastest growing wellness brand. You can find it everywhere, even Costco. Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier is sold at all Costco's nationwide. It's a healthy alternative to traditional sugary sports drinks because it has no artificial flavors or preservatives, non-GMO, vegan, free of gluten, dairy, and soy, and it can provide the same hydration as drinking 2 to 3 bottles of water. I love Liquid IV, and I know you will too. Right now, our listeners get 25% off at liquidiv.com when they use our code TMOS at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order on the Liquid IV website. Go to liquidiv.com and enter the promo code TMOS to get your savings and start getting better hydration. That's liquidiv.com, promo code TMOS. Don't wait. Start properly hydrating today. It is time to welcome a brand new intern. Very briefly, we will not put her under the microscope. We will just say a simple hello because this is exciting for our boy Rob Spiewak.
It is.
We have an intern from your alma mater, and go ahead, do the honors, Rob Spiewak.
From VCU, a junior at Virginia Commonwealth University with a major in kinetic engineering, a major that did not exist when I went to VCU.
What is kinetic engineering? I'm too stupid to even know what that is.
Kinetic imaging.
Imaging, forgive me.
But it's
Did he get it wrong? I kick it to him to do the intro. Yeah, I know.
Engineering, imaging, 2 different things, I think.
Yeah. It's not Connecticut. You could at least do the intro, right? It's your alma mater. You could do the intro, right?
As I said to her, I said, congratulations on going to VCU. I'm class of 93. It's a much better school now. You should be proud. So,
Kinetic imaging is what exactly? It's animation of some kind? Or?
Yeah, it's a mixture of 4 different things. The first one being animation, then experimental media, sound, and then film. Wow.
It's very exciting because with a background in film and animation and bringing the sound element to it, we hope to benefit from you other during this internship.
Rob will teach you a lot.
I'm excited.
This is cool.
Including the difference between imaging and engineering.
Yes.
Well, did we get the proper intro? Did you finish your intro before I interrupted?
Her name is Daniela Jr. from Virginia Commonwealth University.
Daniela, nice to have you on board. Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. And
Thanks
remember,
for having me.
I should probably say this to all interns before they get rolling. I know you're going to be back in the control room, and you're going to hear the guy down here in Florida occasionally. Daniela, I think I should do this with all interns that come to work for us. Okay, this has nothing to do with you. That has everything to do with me. I'm extremely disappointed in a number of people that work for me on a daily basis, and I will vent. I will vent continuously. They're not in any real jeopardy of losing their jobs, and therein lies the problem. But the thing about it is, I'll tend to vent, and I know I vented a little bit today as well. So just bear with me. It's nothing personal. I've been with people for a very long time, and I know. I had one of those moments today.
No, it wasn't so bad, and I think
not as bad as it is.
The pep talk I give to when we onboard interns, if we're part of that conversation, Mike, I say Mike is a genius in his own right. With genius comes passion, and that passion sometimes comes out in a very positive, manic nature, and other times it's very dark.
There was an ancient god called Mercury, and he had a trait. He was, in fact, mercurial. That's where the word comes from.
Oh my God!
And
Daniela,
that's not a bad thing.
All right, shut up, Daniela. Where do you hail from? Are you an in-stater? Are you a Virginia citizen?
Yep, I come from Nova. So not
Nova,
too far
very,
away from
very
here.
good. It's welcome, and that just when I hear a major that I don't even know anything about, but I heard what it is, it's exciting, and we hope we can give you a little experience here with podcasts and see what it's all about. And you are officially our very first intern from Virginia Commonwealth University. Woo! And I know Rob's excited.
I love that.
We've had a bunch from my alma mater, American University. All right, he's going to play the fight song, for God's sake. All right.
This is actually, it comes from an old Latin melody. It's titled, "We Always Come in Second."
There you go. All right, is this the part coming up here?
It's coming up. You can keep talking. I'll just yell the lyrics when they come up.
Do you know the song? Probably not, right?
Don't.
Yeah.
Really?
Don't know at all.
Do you go to basketball games?
No,
No,
I don't.
she's also not a big dork.
Oh, yeah,
So.
well, I didn't go to basketball
Life,
games either.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait a second. Here we go. V. C.
You.
VCU. Go. Rams, go.
Go, Adams, go.
The Fighting Rams.
The Rams. Yes, the Rams. That's
So
right.
the University of Maryland has a song as well.
Yeah.
And when I was in business school, one of our friends knew the song, but no one else knew the song. And we're like, you don't know the song. You're in your 30s or 40s. Like, there's no way
Did you win a
remember.
bet?
No, well, she won the bet. She belted it out in the class. She could sing.
That's awesome.
And I said, that does not sound like a cool song. It's one of these old songs that you would see in Animal House.
Special.
You know?
Oh, like a hymn.
Yeah.
Daniela, one last thing that because you're not being a junior, this is probably about 7 years ago that they had to remove it. There was a statue to Rob that was
on Monument Avenue.
Monument Avenue, right next to the quad, and unfortunately, the pigeons were more attracted to it than students, and it was so the acidity or whatever decomposed the statue, and they had to remove it. So the statue from Rob had to be taken.
What I
down.
liked, it was in '96, Mike. They removed the plaque that said Rob Spiewak, class of '93, and replaced it for just a while the acid was working. It said the Incredible Melting Boy.
Yeah, it was wonderful. It was special. It's like
Also,
the throne in Game of Thrones got melted. Yes.
Did you know that Rob was on HBO?
Did not.
Yeah, pretty special, isn't it?
Hey, here comes the other shoe. Go ahead. You can't just.
Oh no! So he was.
He went on the show, and like an hour later, it got canceled.
That's right. I did that.
Yeah.
I got that done because I get things done.
It was literally 3 days.
Yeah, it was.
All right. So let's see. All right. So the rules, the only rules we have at Podcast Village, no gum chewing. When you greet your table, please. Oh, I'm sorry. That's my restaurant. All right. Thank you. Welcome,
so much.
Daniela.
Thank you.
We look forward to having you here. Thank you. And,
you can take off your headphones and leave.
Now we shimmy you out.
That's right.
Now,
If
get out of
Pony
here.
would come here
Get
and
out of
shimmy her out. Thank you.
All
And
right.
help her with her headphones.
That's
Thank you
right.
very much.
That's right.
I want animation. I want. Is he back there going?
No, he's here. He's opening the door. He's opened the door.
All right. Paralyzed
Welcome.
here. Thank you, Pony. You useless little chihuahua. Anyway, thank you very much.
We have no time, Mike. We have no time for checkers today.
With no time for, what do you mean checkers?
Chubby checker.
No, his shirt. You said we were going to talk to Plaid Boy, and I said it's a checked shirt today, and we have no time for it.
That's why we have tomorrow. We're just filling time. Let's take a break.
Tomorrow.
You have to wear the same shirt.
I'll wear another checkered shirt.
Very good. We'll take a break. Come back with more Michael Mara Show.
No matter what you are.
Oh, it's your boy Paulie. Technology has come a long way for the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to it on iTunes and Spotify. Watch the boys on YouTube. Hang out with them on Facebook and Instagram. And now they're also on Alexa. Let's check it out. Hey, Alexa, play the Mike O'Mara Show podcast.
Here's the Mike O'Mara Show from TuneIn. Number 2208. Full course meal. 1 hour 22 minutes.
Today on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Oh my God, that's friggin' unbelievable. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Paulie.
Paulie really engineered the throwing it to you at the end of the promo, which I love.
I love it. I enjoy that. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Sure, the weather is warming up right now. But before you know it, November will be here. Cool mornings, crisp evenings, and of course, Thanksgiving. That's because this November you'll be thanking TMOS for giving you a double dose of 10th anniversary fun. It's the TMOS Live 10th Anniversary Spectacular. This year's going to be unbelievable because we've added a second show on November 16th, and there are still tickets available.
Yes.
So if you, we sold out the first one, no tickets for the Friday show at all. Finny. Gone forever, never to be available again. But Saturday night is a different story with an all-new show. If you want to see both shows even better, the TMOS 10th anniversary party is so big, we need 2 nights to do it. And if you got your show tickets on Friday, come on and see us Saturday. By the way, a very special surprise for Saturday's show. I will not go into any more details, but that has been finalized. 2 entirely different shows, 2 different nights at the Zappos corporate headquarters in downtown Las Vegas. Tickets are on sale now at MikeO'MaraShow.com. And remember to give thanks for TMOS Live, for it is good, very good. Don't be a turkey. Buy many tickets. The TMOS 10th anniversary, not party, spectacular.
Spectacular.
Spectacular. If you can't sell it, how can I sell it?
Well, we're all
Brought to you
it.
by Zappos, ladies and gentlemen.
News.
Jesus Christ.
Genius.
By now, you've heard of Robert F. Smith. He's the billionaire who spoke at Morehouse College's graduation Sunday and announced he's paying off all the student loans for this year's class. Well, Oprah was the commencement speaker at Colorado College over the weekend, and she posted a picture of herself with a very happy graduate. One of her followers thought he'd get a shot in by saying, quote, should have paid off their student debt, LOL.
LOL.
Well, yeah, people are just... here's what you should do. Well, Oprah gave it right back. She said, quote, already paid $13 million in scholarships, have put over 400 men through Morehouse. So there you have it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Man. I don't blame Oprah. I'm with her on that one.
Yeah.
I like the way she did that.
Yeah, but
That's
I would like
cool.
it better if she used the subject in her sentence. I
Like
put
what?
the men through.
I've
already done that.
That's right.
Are you so
Already
busy you
put
can't
through.
use grammar, Oprah?
Rehearsals for the Spice Girls reunion were put on hold Friday because Mel B had to go to the hospital.
Oh, no.
Don't worry. It was nothing serious. Just a little... I eyeball herpes.
Oh!
Yeah. Mel actually went blind temporarily in her right eye, but when her vision came back, she returned to rehearsals. The source says, quote, she's doing fine now. She's not blind. This has happened before. She has herpes in her eye, so this can happen.
Were they going to play Pimlico on this tour?
Gross.
they gave her some drops, and she's good now. It was nothing major, so yeah, I don't know how you do that.
They're spice drops.
I'm not sure.
I think you are.
Yeah, I don't know. Somehow Posh comes to mind.
Oh, Posh.
Posh spice. All right, Dan Aykroyd. We all know Dan Aykroyd. He believes in aliens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody. He's a little odd. He's been a little odd his whole life.
Yeah.
In fact, he thinks they're already among us and they're randy. He says, "quote The proof is going to start dribbling out." It's interesting terminology. He says the aliens are interested in your ova, your femininity, your reproductive parts, your DNA. Could this be him going off the deep end? I'm not sure. They would love to draw.
Is he
blood.
crazy, or is this like his kink?
I do not know. They would love to draw blood and fluid and would love to impregnate a woman and produce a hybrid baby. This is what they're up to here. He adds, quote, I believe some aliens are here to harm us. There are many that come here with nefarious purposes and want to use us as lab rats. Okay, Dan.
I believe an alien Mike might have used Mel B from the Spice Girls.
iHerpies, very nice.
iHerpies.
What if everything we think we know about time is all wrong? We got aliens, we got time travel. This is according to some conspiracy theorists and historians, some of whom have questionable credentials, shocker, for what it's worth. This might not be, according to them, the year 2019.
What?
It might actually be 1722. So why do they think we're off by 297 years? There are three theories. Some say that the period between the 8th and 11th centuries are very poorly documented. The chronology doesn't add up, and it seems like there are too many inconsistencies for it really to be 300 years. Number two, in the 1500s, the Pope switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. Threw everything disappeared. Number three, one of the leading voices for the It's 1722 camp says documents from the 7th through 10th century seem to be forged.
You know, I went to the It's 1722 camp. I was in a cabin, and they had eggs for breakfast every day. It was great.
Well, for what it's worth, mainstream historians reject all of this, but you know, it's interesting to talk about because they are out there. How we doing? Okay,
right, Mike. Yeah. This just in that you can, if you go to the Apple store, you can actually get iHerpies.
iHerpies. Yeah, you're still on iHerpies. You love that stuff. There we go. I know you do. Spoilers have been in the news lately. We've had it on the show. Jim Amato did a great spoiler intro for us yesterday with Game of Thrones. People were asked how long you have to wait before openly discussing what happened on a TV show. Now, for everybody out there in the world or on social media, you know, whatever. But I mean, we do a radio show and we get real crap for it.
Yeah.
When we do spoiler alerts. Well, 64% of people say you should wait. It's a week or less.
Wrong.
So I guess you wait a week. That includes 14% who said right around a week is fair. 20% said a couple of days. And 14% said 1 day. Here's what my 2 cents on this. If you let them know it's a spoiler, like in our, hey, I'm going to talk about that. If my friend has seen it, I've seen it, you haven't seen it, you might want to go into the other room because we want to talk about it.
Right.
I think it's really selfish to say, everybody stop the world because I haven't seen it. You can yell about it, it's fun.
Let me add to that. I think if you warn people, that's great. But if it's a TV show that aired live, nationally, internationally, in the case of Game of Thrones, that's when it's on. That's when people can consume it. I think you should be able to talk about it the minute it's over. A movie is a little different.
Oh, no.
A movie is different.
The minute it's over, we live in an on-demand world.
All right, okay, let's give 3 hours then for the West Coast, and then watch. Then you can say whatever you want.
It's an on-demand world, and we all really love it.
It's a little Michael song.
Yes, sir.
Meow, meow, meow.
And we watched the Game of Thrones, meow, meow, meow. And we talked about it after, meow, meow, meow.
He broke his knee, meow, meow, meow. He burned the throne, meow, meow, meow.
Rob, you are among 16% who said you should be able to talk about an episode immediately.
Yes.
That's basically 1 in 6 people who don't care about it ruining it for anybody else. 7% said you should have to wait at least a couple of weeks. Stop it. 2% said a month. They can rock.
A month?
And 2% said more than a month. But whatever your personal comfort level is on a single episode, always lean on the side of caution before spoiling anything else, as Major is Game of Thrones the finale. The finale.
Did I mention to you that there's the scene on Game of Thrones yesterday where Khaleesi walks out in all black? And so
black leather. Ooh.
And I might have mentioned this, so I apologize if this is, I'm repeating.
Okay, Arch.
Yeah.
And I'm into this. I want to, while boring, I wanted to know what was going on. And my wife is sitting there, and God bless her, she doesn't care. She says, "New outfit alert."
That's Shannon
funny.
said that?
Yes.
That's funny.
That's funny.
I'm laughing at that, and I wasn't even there.
Come on.
New outfit alert. Yeah. That's her evil. That's her
so
evil.
great.
Like,
awesome.
Maleficent,
Yes,
outfit that she wore last night. And now a little something. No kicker for this. Just some commentary on it. There's some drama going down right now on Reddit in their occult community. It all started recently enough when a guy with the username Taco Dirt Shield 1 posted a question: what is the best way to summon a sexy demon to have sex with?
Oh my
Here's
God.
the quote from Taco Dirt Shield 1. Quote, how do I summon a succubus?
Oh,
I
dear.
want to F a hot demon. I don't care if it kills me or takes my soul or whatever. I just think a demon with big boobs would be hot, like really hot. I want to F a sexy demon with a tail and horns.
Oh.
Well, the occult magicians, Jesus, are conflicted. One suggested ritual blood magic, even though, quote, the place you do it will be forever tainted. Another said he just can't give an amateur like Taco Dirt Shield 1 a safe and effective method. And lots of them are warning Taco Dirt Shield 1 he's not ready for something so dark. But he's still pressing on. Quote, I'm just trying to have some fun with demons, brah. So there he is. On a related note, I will now be moving my family to a condo at the North Pole. Thank you very much. Welcome to America, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a break and come back with the Audio Vault and Mr. Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hi, this is Tom Brokaw. I like to get my news anywhere I can. That's why I love to listen to the Mike O'Mara Show. And my favorite way to consume it is on Spotify. Because Spotify is young and cool. And I'm young and cool. Just like Chuck Todd. So go to Spotify and search the Mike O'Mara Show. It's the best. Even better than a transistor radio. Or a hula hoop. TMOS on Spotify. I'm Tom Brokaw. And I'm old.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Boy, it sure is great to have Matty Masiello back in the control room today. You may not have been aware of this, but Matty was absent yesterday thanks to American Airlines canceling her flight. Boo! Boo! Beyond that, she had to deal with an aborted landing at Reagan National. She did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you saved that without telling me. I want to hear about it. Is she going to be here tomorrow?
Yeah, of course.
I want to hear it tomorrow. Doppelboo.
Boo!
So listen up, American Airlines. You are dead to Maddie. Dead, Dom. Why can't you be reliable, steady like a rock, solid like the TMOS bonus show? You know, each and every week, a brand new episode arrives on the runway of your ears, providing 60 laugh-filled minutes of joy. Plus, extra legroom, complimentary pretzels, 2 free checked pieces of luggage, and a cash bar, except change is appreciated. Oh, exact change appreciated. Yes. I read it wrong. The Mike O'Mara bonus show offers luxury comfort at Coach prices. It's the 6th episode of TMOS every week, and it can be yours. Get the bonus show.
Buy it. It's great.
Thank you very much.
And
we
Maddie's
appreciate
back.
that.
Maddie's
back. Very good. We'll hear about her. Maddie, harrowing?
Thrilling.
Wow, that's. I can't wait to hear about that. An aborted landing at Reagan.
She was fussy yesterday.
Oh,
yeah,
no fuss, no muss.
Yeah.
All right. Let's open up the audio vault for today. This is Tuesday, May 21, 2019. Rob Spiewak.
Just so you know this about Maddie, if she's had a bad day and I say something goofy, she will look at me and she will say, "Not now, Rob. Maybe later." That's how I know she's had a bad day.
Way to go. Way to go.
So true.
Yeah,
Maybe later.
Maybe later, please.
Mike,
Please
are you familiar with the
George.
Atlantic League? The Atlantic League for baseball. It's minor league baseball.
Nope.
It's East Coast League. It's 8 teams. This is a guy calling a game in New Jersey, and you don't
Sounds
see
like
this,
semi-pro to me, actually.
You don't see this in the majors because they have all that netting around the backstop.
Right.
That a foul ball seldom goes behind the plate.
It's wrecked live baseball for me.
Really?
I'm sorry. I hate it. I hate the net. All the way down to right field now. The netting.
Yeah.
Because people don't pay attention. God.
Well, this announcer was paying attention.
1-1. Cardula swings and fouls it off towards the broadcast booth, and I make the catch on the foul ball. I am very proud of myself as I caught it on the fly, and it's a 1-2 count. Boy, am I impressive. What a play by me.
What a play by me.
That guy, give him a promotion.
Yes.
That's thinking on his feet. That is fantastic. Boy, am I impressive. I love that.
Mike, why settle when you can select?
Right.
John Lithgow is a great actor, but he loves acting, loves the art of acting, and he tells a story last night on these. This was, which Jimmy was it? This was Fallon that he told it on, and I think you'll enjoy it though because it's Lithgow being so Lithgow.
There's a wonderful story about, I think, Sir Thomas Beecham, great international conductor who'd been invited to guest conduct a great symphony orchestra. And he couldn't get any energy or an enthusiasm out of the musicians. He stopped them and he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I know none of you has the slightest interest in playing Brahms' Second Symphony, but you have to play it tonight. I want you to play it for 2 people. The person who's hearing Brahms' Second Symphony for the first time and the one who's hearing it for the last time." And that's exactly how I see acting. It's not really for us to enjoy that much. It's for them to enjoy. It's an act of generosity.
An act of generosity.
Wow. I like that attitude.
Deep.
I like that.
I like that.
Really deep.
I love that. I think that's the way anybody who performs should feel that way when they come in and give it your best.
When
give
he
it 1,000%
does
every
a
time you're
part,
doing
he
it.
does it for 2 people: the person who's never had Campbell's soup and the person who's had their last bowl of Campbell's soup. So why settle
when you can select?
Do you
but I mean,
want-
it's basically giving it 1,000%.
Always.
Same effort I put into this show every day. I'm just kidding. That's a joke.
Do you want to
I don't know what
celebrate
kind of joke to do.
education?
That's the only one I have.
Do you want to celebrate education or diminish education?
Meow, meow, meow.
Or both. Meow, meow, meow.
Meow, meow, meow.
What's your choice, Mike? Celebrate or diminish education?
Let's
do both.
I want to celebrate education
Yes,
because
celebrate it.
I love it.
All right.
I
Well,
do.
let's show a problem and then we'll show the celebration.
All right.
A school in Ohio, a high school, has done something to raise school spirit. They've eliminated the valedictorian. They're just done with it.
I think in the long run, it's really
Student
going
here.
to change the atmosphere of the school in a positive way. We should have fun in high school and not just try to push ourselves to the max. Just taking off that stress, knowing, hey, if it comes to the final and I get a B, it's okay.
That's the attitude we want, isn't it? The
Chinese
come
aren't doing this.
Come on.
Amo Senor Dangata.
Can you give us the first line?
Oh, Senor Dangata was
That's
a
an
cat.
A+ performance.
That's right.
great.
Yeah. That's why, because the pressure's always on here.
Yeah.
Now-
Always, nonstop. Get it right.
Go to Kansas. How about this? A 17-year-old, impressive enough that a 17-year-old be
Yes.
graduating high school, right?
Yes.
That's a year early. But this kid at age 11 started taking online courses. So this week he will graduate high school, and next week he will graduate from Harvard.
Wow.
He completed in 6 years a Harvard college degree.
So when I was younger, school got a little bit kind of boring to me, for lack of a better word, and I needed some way to stimulate my education, stimulate growth. I'm seeking to go to law school. I don't know where yet, but we'll figure that out hopefully at the end of the month. My family is, of course, supportive, and they've always been there with me throughout the journey, so it's nice that they're here at the end.
So 17, he will get both diplomas in 1 week. Meanwhile, Robert is at home microwaving a burrito. So,
And more disappointment for Matty Masiello because I understand, I heard from a source, he knows all of the cheeses.
He does.
Yeah.
That
He knows all of the cheeses. Yeah, no, sorry.
And he's only 17.
How dare he?
Yeah. Okay, we'll close with this. I love when an odd thing goes viral. And this one was all over yesterday, and I really enjoyed it. It's an old man. I'd say he's probably maybe between 60 and 70. And he's being interviewed by his daughter. And I think the content itself is fascinating enough. He's talking about God. But just know that while he's doing this interview, he's pouring himself a glass of Hawaiian punch.
Okay, very good.
And let's close with this.
Talking about, Dad.
God's name.
What is God's name?
Howard.
How do you know God's name is Howard?
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I don't know his last name.
He doesn't know his last name. Enjoy that Hawaiian punch.
Thanks,
That's
Dad.
your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Tuesday,
God, what
everybody.
happened? Hold on just to say there. Oh, wait, what happened? What happened to my thing here?
Do you have iHerpies?
Meow.
I don't know
meow,
what's going
meow,
on.
meow,
meow, meow, meow.
I must have hit the wrong button, I guess. There you go. I'm trying to hit it again. All right, there we go. Oh, wow, that's loud. Thank you very much. Let me close the vault.
Thank you.
Wow. That's another one in the can. Hey, tickets are still on sale. We sold out our Friday show.
Yes.
And we're selling tickets for our Saturday show, and they are going. They're moving. We need you to get that show sold out so we can reopen our TMOS shopping center. I don't know. I'm just making it up. Tickets on sale for Saturday, the 16th.
Because that's fun, right?
November. I just read somebody asking
We're
Oscar
closed
about
for
that.
renovations while we sell
Renovations.
tickets.
Pardon our
That's
dust.
Thank you very much.
It's open, people.
So if you would like to get your tickets for Saturday, November 16th, with our very special surprise, please go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the thing, and you'll get the thing. That's it. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.
Before you go, please make a mental note. Today's show was made possible by the TMOS bonus packages. You can secure yours right now by going to MikeO'MaraShow.com and clicking on the red bonus banner. Buy it or give it. Either way, you're helping out TMOS, and that's a good thing. Thank you, and go in peace.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
This is Natalia. She is my sister. She is number 4 prostitute in all of Kazakhstan. Nice.
All I ask is a tall ship and a star to sail her by.
Goodbye, Judy.